Stocks our strategists feel are poised to deliver positive returns are featured now in their top stock picks of the week.
A new trading month means new top stock picks from our strategists this time around. Kicking things off, Steve Reitmeister's in the house. So is Jeremy Mullen, and together they've got, separately, they've each got an interesting stock to talk about. Steve, we'll start with you. You actually are talking about Berry Plastics, which is a consumer packaging company.
Yeah. Just a little bit of backdrop. You have a bull market that's 7.5 years long, so not surprisingly, you have a market that's pretty fully valued. So it's one of those things. I don't think now is the time to go for crazy growth stories, because every chink in the armor in those growth stories, you're going to see those stocks beaten up for their misbehavior. This is a time just to go solid, to have as many positives in your camp as possible. So that's why I picked Berry, to show you as I go down the quote pages how many things, how many advantages are in its favor. So just right from the top of the page, so here I am at the quote page, Zacks ranked strong buy of 1. So they had a strong earnings beat, estimates are flying higher, that creates the Zacks rank of 1. Mm-hmm. The style scores, when you add that with the Zacks rank, they're all things that add benefit in your favor, likely to outperform. So value B, growth B, momentum A, for a combined VGM score of A. So here again, all three of the style scores are A or B, which means they're in the positive camp, leading to outperformance, and combine is a VGM A. So strong buy and an A, we're already in good shape. So I keep going down the page. It's a mid-cap stock. I think that's a good thing at this time, because when I combine that with the beta, okay, beta 1.06, there's a lot of volatility these days, okay? And I think that you don't want something that's too risky or too boring, right? So this is right in the middle. So mid-cap stock with a beta 1.06, so you're going to be able to sleep at night with a stock like this. Another thing I'm going to point out here is the dividend is 0, okay? Normally, we take a look at that and we say, well, that's a negative. I want a little bit of dividend income. But in an environment in which rates will probably be going higher, that dividend-paying stocks will, as rates do start to tick higher, the dividend-paying stocks will find a penalty in that. Berry instead uses their money either for strategic acquisitions or to buy back stock. Both of those, I think, are superior ways in which to use cash now as opposed to dividend, and so I like that in the stock. One more thing I'll point out here is that the industry rank is in the top 14%. So here again, you want to be in good company. So when I go down the page, Zacks rank of 1, style scores A and B, VGM A, and mid-cap stock, low beta, sleep at night, good industry. So these are all the things that add up, and there's a reason why most of the brokerage targets are around 50 to 55 on the stock, because there's good upside, and this is just a nice, safe way to get the outperformance in this market.
All right, so overall strong performer on that one. Nothing plastic about that company, right?
That was bad, man.
I had to
no
go
response.
For it, had to go for it.
Okay.
Jeremy, you've got a stock that's actually been kicking around all over the place, but overall showing good momentum.
Yeah, it's a mover. It has unlike the low beta, this thing moves around, and we're talking about 5% in a day on Thursday and Friday, up and down. So this stock really moves. Tilly's.
Yep.
It's action sports retailer. It has a niche part of the retail sector. And basically, this is like the Southern California feel, right? The X Games feel.
Yeah.
Surfing, motocross, snowboarding, skateboarding, that kind of stuff. They sell accessories and clothes and, pretty much every spectrum of those kinds of sports. It was founded in 1982, and they've grown to 225 stores in 33 states. So it's not just SoCo. They have a lot of stores in California, but Florida, and any mid-major Midwestern city. So you can find them around here in Chicago as well. It's a number 1 rank. They have style scores of A in value and growth. But what really brought my attention to this stock was the last quarter's earnings report, Q2, where they blew it out of the water. 266% beat on EPS. They beat on revenues as well. The reason for this was improvement on inventories, margins, and same-store sales. In addition to that, since then, estimates have come up over the last 60 days. we're seeing the current year go up 50%, next year go up 28%. So looking future to the next quarter, which is on December 7th announcement, we could see that this momentum will continue. Now, what was more impressive than the actual numbers, the beat, was the stock move. It went from over 6 to 11 in under a month, and now it's pulled back to the $9 area, and that's where Counter-Strike bought it. We wanted to get in there for continuation of this move into earnings. And if you look at the chart here, we'll go back to 2015. I got the price and EPS surprise chart up. You can see this move from Q4 of 2014 just skyrocketed up to 14, pulled back, and then back up to 16, where they had, now let's go back to this Q4 here, a 63% EPS surprise that fueled this move higher to 16. Here we have a 266% EPS surprise, excuse me, after it based over 6. And I'm thinking, deja vu, maybe we can have the same move over again. And from here, this is over a 60% move. So I'm really liking it, at these levels.
Okay, so you own it in Counter-Strike.
Yeah, we bought it, I think, a week and a half ago, something like that. Yeah.
Steve, do you own your stock?
I have it in both the Reitmeister Trading Alert and my personal account.
Okay, well, thank you both for that. Don't forget, you can get more information on either of these companies or other stocks on our website, Zacks.com. All you need to do, if you're not there already watching this video, is get on over to the homepage, and you will find there places to link to stock picks, stock picking strategies, and more stock commentary. Zacks.com, check it out. With Steve and Jeremy, I'm Terry Ruffalo.